Will be my first gallery show. For me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
How do I like
Just the middle.
Well, be careful, it's not even going right there. It's growing.
It's the flower. You like it? Hey. So I got back about an hour ago, just got the kids down for a nap, and I am in the studio ready to work. I went to a meeting for a potential client, which will be for a mural, and I'm really excited about it. I really hope that everything aligns between us and that we can do it. But this is the design that I showed her. I talked to her and asked her what kind of elements did she like about it, what doesn't she like, and after getting all the notes, I'm going to make adjustments and send that over along with a quote, and hopefully I get to paint this mural later on this summer. But I'm really excited. I have been meaning to reach out to this place for a while after one of the employees had messaged me telling me that the owner had been looking for someone for a mural, and I kind of put it off and finally got around to it, which seems like it was a perfect timing. So I hope that that is true, and that, like I said, things line up for us and that we are a perfect match. She so far liked the way that things are looking, and hopefully everything else will line up and be perfect. So I'm excited about that. I was also invited to showcase my work at a group show over at the Outer Space Project in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm super excited. It's gonna be at the ABV gallery, and I'm really excited to get started on that. I said that I would do it, so I'm going to work on 2 to 3 pieces that I can send over. I have to send them before July 11th. It is July 1st, so that's 10 days, so I want to get started on that. I have my sketches, I just need to transfer them over and start painting, so I'm going to start doing that today because I've been itching to do it. I just had a couple of other stuff that I needed to get done first, and today is the perfect day to start painting. It's going to rain soon, even if it doesn't look like it. I have my cup of coffee, kiddos are sleeping, and yeah, I had my meeting. It went really good, and I am feeling happy, and hopefully this design will be a mural pretty soon. Well, not this exact design because there's a couple things I'm going to change, and if I work on it today I'll take you along. But yeah, that's what I did. That's what I'm going to do. This is the space where I will probably do the mural, and I like it because it's called Creative Jane Art Studio and I'm Creative Jennifer, so it feels like it's meant to be, you know? So I have a really old chair and it's super squeaky, but it's gonna be fine. So this was the sketch that I brought over for Becky. So Becky is the owner of Creative Jane, and I had emailed her about the idea of doing a mural, and it turns out she has always wanted to do a mural at her space and just hasn't gotten around to it. So it's pretty much perfect timing. When we were emailing, we didn't really mention any ideas or anything like that. We decided just to meet up, and I decided that I wanted to come with a sketch of what we could potentially do. It was not a finalized sketch, just the outline, which is what I showed you earlier, this one right here. And I showed some of my work and what I've been working and how I had envisioned for it to be done. So she actually really likes it. There's a couple elements that we're gonna switch out. I asked what would she like to see in it to make it more personalized towards her and her business, and she gave me a really good list and gave me some quotes that she would like to use on there. I also asked her what elements did she not like on this mural, and she pointed those out. So I'm gonna switch those around and come up with about 3 different variations of things that could be put in the boxes that go with what we talked about. I was really happy because she said she was obsessed with hands, and I've been obsessed with drawing funky hands lately. So I showed her my funky hands and she's like, oh my god, yes, I love those. So perfect. I'm excited to work on it. I'm glad that she resonated with my style and that we were able to talk about the idea. So hopefully I'm able to translate everything that we talked about into this design and use the color palette that we mentioned so that I can have it more of a final look. I'm also going to quote her, and from there we'll go and see where it takes me. Hopefully I land it. I really want to do this design. I really want to work with her, and I really love the space. It's an art studio for people of all ages, and it's used to inspire creativity, and I really love that, especially me and my brand. It's pretty much perfect. That's what I love. So it just feels like it's meant to be, and I really want to be able to do this. I want to have this, so this is me trying to manifest it. So I'm gonna work on those variations, make those couple of changes, and I'll take you along and pretty much show you my process when it comes to sketching. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna get started with and see, because the kids will probably be up soon, so we'll see how far along I get, but let's do it. So based on our talk, these are the elements that I decided to keep for this first revision. There's still a couple for this first sketch. There's still a couple of other ones that I'm gonna probably try and play around with, but for now, for the first one that I'm gonna work on, I'm going to keep these. I know she really liked the bird, she liked these down here, she liked the dog and the rainbow, and then these things just feel very Florida and like they belong. So the elements that she had mentioned were coffee, peacock, because it represents Winter Park, Florida, which is where she's located, and she also mentioned funky hands, and then there's 3 quotes that she gave me, so I'm gonna probably go with the one that says created to create. Right now, let's just add those couple of elements and see how I can make it more for something, more of something that feels like it's for her and her brand, because that's what is important. I really just wanted to have something set so that she could have an idea of what I could work on, and I'm glad that she actually liked it. So I'm super excited about it and can't wait to see what I come up with, and hopefully it's something she likes. It's pretty fun when you find clients that kind of give you creative freedom in a sense, because she really didn't ask for a specific vision or didn't have a set idea. I was able to show her this and she was able to see what I was talking about, so that's always really nice when it happens, because it doesn't always. So I'm just finishing the boxes because it was a really rough sketch and I didn't have all my boxes in. I'm thinking about doing the quote now. So it's created to create. Do you hear my chair? It's so squeaky. So it's 6:30 and I just finished all 3 sketches. We spent some time outside, did a bit of maybe time, so I had a bit of time off. But now they're done. They're all kind of the same but a little bit different. There's a couple of elements that I changed up on it. I'm gonna go ahead and pick one that I like a bit more and do a color sketch of it so that I can send her a better mock-up of what it will look like. And then I think tomorrow we're gonna go over there so that we can get a measurement of the wall so that we can have the square footage and we can actually know how much to send her a quote for. So it's Sunday morning, and last night I finished these two. I think I'm gonna add a bit of like a dark blue detail to this flower, but for the most part these two are done. And this morning I went on my iPad and decided what I wanted to do for this one and where I wanted to place the colors, because there's a lot of boxes, and since my color palette is very limiting, I wanted to make sure that I was spreading the colors out in a way that made sense, felt good. So I tested it out on my iPad, and now I'm ready to go ahead and actually paint it. So I'm really excited. I decided to go with the same color palette for all of them so that it feels cohesive, since they're going to be placed together at the show. I wanted to everything make sense, so I figured that the colors would be a good way to do that. So yeah, I'm going to heat up my coffee and start painting. Let's do it. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you would know that this used to be my old studio, and I felt like it was too big for me. And now that I'm working with bigger stuff, I kind of wanted to be back in here again. So I'm back in here putting on my stuff, which is super messy at the moment, and I have a lot of work to do. But I'm excited to make this space my own again. I move my studios around a lot. I really like doing that. It helps me feel inspired when I'm not feeling inspired, and it helps me get organized in a way that like doesn't feel boring. I don't know, I just like moving my house around. So that's what I've been doing, and that's where I'm at. So the room is a mess, but it's gonna come out so cute because I have a whole vision and it's already kind of taking place. I just need to put everything where it belongs. I'm probably gonna paint over the murals that I did here a while ago. I'm also doing stuff like around the house, and I want to paint a mural in the living room, so I'm really excited for that. Yeah, let's see what happens. So I went to go on a walk, and instead I came home with this. It was there for free. I am out of breath. That was so heavy because it's like actual wood, but it's so cute. And I was actually looking for some stuff, so finding it for free, worth it, even if you have to carry it for 2 blocks. Kiddos are down for a nap, and it is pouring right now. It's so relaxing in here. I am getting really close to being done with the studio. I have a couple of furnitures that I want to paint just for aesthetic reasons. I want to have this space feel good and not so scattered and everything just kind of randomly being in here. So I want things to start looking like they go together. So I'm going to paint some of the furnitures that I have in here so that they look like they match, and when I come in here I just feel happy. And yeah, I just want it all to make sense. So I'm going to actually put some time into it, because I always put that type of stuff aside because I feel like it's not important, but if it's gonna make me feel happy walking in here, then it is important. So I want to take more time to do things like that I want to do, but for some reason tell myself they're not important enough, and if I want to do it, it is important. So here I am taking a more show kind of week. Last week I had my meetings, and I also sent out the paintings that were going to the exhibition that I'm going to be at. I am feeling super grateful and really happy that the things that I was working towards made their way towards me, and I wanted to make sure to really enjoy it and not really quickly jump into, okay, it's coming, so what's next, what else can I do? So after I signed the contract, I pretty much took the weekend pretty chill. I just got an email from the city, and it turns out I don't even need to get a permit. Things are going to be a little bit easier than I anticipated, and I'm really excited to get things moving quickly, and hopefully I'll be painting the mural sometime in this month. We'll see. But today I still need to do some emails. It's pretty much the only thing that I need to do for work, but I'm just kind of taking it more chill. I'm not trying to create any content. I'm not trying to force myself to sit down and paint like I do all the time. I'm forcing myself to take a break so that I can go back to that in a healthy way, in a good way, because I'm very good at overworking myself, and I always tell myself it's for a reason, it's for the cause, it's so that you can get to where you want to be. But rest can also help me get there, and it's good for my mental health, it's good for my mind. So that's what I'm doing. My soul, it needed it, so that is what I'm working on. I will slowly get back into things this week, but just gonna be really slow, very nice and easy on myself instead of hard like I always am, always telling myself to do a lot of work. I am doing things, just more things that needed to be done in the house that I just kind of put aside because I want to spend my time doing the things that feel that are gonna make my dreams happen. But what would be the point of my dreams coming true if the life that I have around me doesn't really live up to it, or it doesn't go with my dreams? I want to achieve my dreams with my art and stuff, but I also want to achieve having a life that I love living. That includes being creative, but that also includes a lot of other things, and I don't prioritize that. So yeah, this week is just me prioritizing all the other things that I want in my life and that I want to be more conscious and present with. So that's what I'm doing. So there's a no agenda creative conference kind of thing going on today in Orlando, and there was one last month I meant to go, but I let my social anxiety get the best of me and I didn't go. So we are going to this one. Still really good though. We are packed up to go to the wall and use the projector. It is 7 o'clock and sunset is at about 8:30, but it's pretty cloudy, so we're hoping that we'll be able to see it. If not, we'll just wait around until it gets dark enough. We have a generator, so we don't even have to go inside. And yeah, we're excited. This means that we're about to get started doing the sketch, which is just the outline, and then tomorrow come early morning and start painting. It's supposed to rain at around 2 o'clock, so probably gonna stop at like 11 to make sure that the paint can dry in time before that rain comes down. But yeah, so excited. I've been wanting to paint a mural like this for a long time, and I'm just about to head to get it started, so that's pretty insane. So we free-handed that hand and this hand because it was too bright for the projector, but it's dark now, so he's doing the parts up there because I'm too short and can't reach. But I've already traced the bottom, and then once the sketch is on there, we can start painting. I don't know if we're gonna paint tonight, but it's gonna be ready, so that's cool. So it's nighttime and we're here working on it because we live in Florida and it's too hot during the day, plus it was raining, so this is the best time to be here, and here we are. So we've been painting for about 2 hours. We didn't really eat breakfast, so we're about to go get some food and taking a break, and by the time we get back it should be shady all the way, so we won't be getting sunburn and heat exhaustion. So yeah, taking a quick break, but looking good so far. That's how big it is. Like, this is my hand to the bird and it's just huge. Looking good. So this is the free little library in our skate park, and I sanded it and primed it so it looks a lot better, but I'm gonna paint like a little kind of mural on it, and I'm super excited. So I've been a little bit bad at picking up my camera. It's been a lot going on this week and I wanted to vlog it all, but I just get overwhelmed. I've been painting the free little library at the local skate park. Since the skate park is a lot closer, I can go there when there's chances of rain, because if it starts raining, it's literally 5 minutes down to my house compared to driving 30 minutes out and it starts raining and then I gotta drive 30 minutes back. So I postponed working on a big mural until today, which is a sunny, nice day, and it's gonna be perfect for painting the mural. So I added details to the bird and the flower and the orange. Did a lot of cleaning up on the shape and on the yellow, because it's things that you don't notice but need to be done. But yeah, it's coming together.